What if the reason you have a bike today isn't because some clever person just thought it up, but because a giant volcano on the other side of the world blew its top? Sounds wild, right? A bicycle, a symbol of freedom and green travel, linked directly to one of history's deadliest natural disasters. Today, we're diving into the incredible, almost unbelievable story of how a massive volcanic eruption in 1815 didn't just change the climate, but accidentally paved the way for one of humanity's most enduring inventions. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about your two-wheeled friend. Imagine a blast so powerful, it makes the loudest thunder you've ever heard sound like a whisper. On April 10, 1815, Mount Tambora, a colossal volcano on an island in Indonesia, did just that. This wasn't just a big eruption. It was the biggest, deadliest volcanic event in recorded human history. It unleashed a force so immense that its roar was reportedly heard 1,600 miles away. Ash clouds, not just thick, but incredibly vast, shot 25 miles into the sky, then drifted around the entire planet, blocking out the sun. This wasn't a local problem. Within months, the world felt it. The 30 cubic miles of rock and ash Tambora spewed into the atmosphere acted like a giant sunshade. By 1816, global temperatures dropped by an average of 3 degrees Celsius. This wasn't just a chilly year, it was a global crisis. They called it the year without a summer. Snow fell in June in New England, crops froze solid in July across Europe, and harvests failed spectacularly everywhere from North America to China. Famine, disease, and social unrest quickly followed, turning what should have been a normal year into a frozen, hungry nightmare for millions. Now, picture the 19th century. There were no cars, no trains as we know them, and certainly no airplanes. The horse was the undisputed king of transport and labor. Horses plowed fields, pulled carriages, delivered goods, and powered armies. They were, quite literally, the engines of society. But these engines needed fuel, oats, hay, and pasture land. When the Tambora eruption plunged the world into this year without a summer, the consequences were immediate and brutal. Crop failures didn't just mean humans starved, they meant the vital food source for horses disappeared. Oat prices skyrocketed, making it impossible for many to feed their animals. Across Europe and North America, horses began to starve by the tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and eventually millions. People, desperate for food themselves, were forced to eat their own horses. The very foundation of daily life, from farming to travel, crumbled as the horse population plummeted. Society was stuck literally. The need for an alternative, a horse substitute that didn't eat, became not just a good idea, but a desperate necessity. Enter Karl von Drais, a German inventor living in this post-Tambora world of equine scarcity. Drais wasn't trying to invent a leisure toy. He was trying to solve a very real, very pressing problem: how to get around without a horse. He saw the suffering, the stalled commerce, the sheer impossibility of travel. So, in 1817, Drais unveiled his solution, the Laufmaschine, or running machine. It was a simple, yet revolutionary design. Imagine 2 wooden wheels, one in front of the other, connected by a wooden frame. It had handlebars for steering and a padded seat. But here's the kicker: it had no pedals. To move, you sat on the seat and pushed off the ground with your feet, striding forward like a giant toddler. This hobby horse, or Draisien as the French called it, could cover significant distances much faster than walking, and crucially, it didn't need oats, hay, or a stable. It was born directly from the ashes of Tambora, a desperate fix for a starving planet, and it was the world's first steerable two-wheeled machine. The Laufmaschine wasn't perfect. It was heavy, uncomfortable, and frankly, a bit awkward, but it was a start. It showed that a human-powered, two-wheeled vehicle was possible. This initial starvation-driven prototype laid the fundamental architecture for what would become the modern bicycle. The core idea, two wheels in line, a frame, a seat, and steering, was established. Over the next few decades, inventors, seeing the potential, refined Dreis's basic design. First came pedals, often attached to the front wheel, making it truly independent of ground pushing. Then came the chain drive, which allowed for smaller wheels and more efficient power transfer, leading to the familiar safety bicycle of the 1880s. Finally, the invention of pneumatic tires in the late 19th century, during the Victorian era, transformed the harsh, bone-jarring ride into something smooth and enjoyable. Each of these innovations built upon Dreis's original crisis-born concept, proving that extreme pressure can indeed be the mother of invention. It's astonishing to think that every time you hop on a bike today, you're interacting with a legacy born from the ashes of a volcanic winter. That simple, elegant machine, a symbol of sustainable urban mobility in 2026, has roots in a global catastrophe from 2 centuries ago. It's a powerful reminder that humanity, when faced with overwhelming environmental pressure, often finds ingenious ways to adapt and innovate. The story of Tambora and the bicycle teaches us that profound technological leaps aren't always gradual evolutions. Sometimes they're desperate fixes to survive. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we face our own climate challenges today, could humanity's next great invention also be triggered by a similar urgent need? Do you think humanity's next great invention will also be triggered by a climate disaster? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe this channel.